Cadbury Creme Eggs. Is there a more iconic Easter candy? Maybe the jelly bean, I'm not sure. They're just Easter in a nice foil wrapper. But the real question is, do you want one? Should you eat one? Let's find out. Okay, so I picked up a couple of Cadbury Cream Eggs. This is a really, really nice candy, one that I like. And Easter has already passed. That's definitely when you want to get your Cadbury Cream Eggs because that's when they go on sale. Depending on the store that you go to, these Cadbury Cream Eggs can just go on insane sales. I remember a few years ago, I was actually able to pick up a few dozen because they were on sale at a grocery store for about 10 cents each. Just thousands and thousands and thousands of these are made for Easter, and then after Easter, a lot of people don't want them because they've loaded up with them on the way to Easter. So what I started doing is I don't eat any going up to Easter, and then I wait until Easter has passed, and then I get them on the sale. And that's when I decided to get them. So the Cadbury Cream Egg packaging is just fantastic. I mean, you've got the picture of the product there, and you've got the nice bunny, and the bunny is super appetizing. I love the bright colors. I think that everything about this packaging works. Of course, in the store you can buy these in the bulk bins, and if you're looking for like that 10-cent cream egg, you're going to buy them out of the bulk bin. So I've actually started going away from that, partly because I found that the bulk bin cream eggs had a lot of scuffing on them. Sometimes the foil would get rubbed off or torn, and I just don't feel like that's like super hygienic. So that's not something I do anymore. Now that I buy them in the packaging, that's usually pretty good. You can still get really, really good deals on this, however. So if you're looking to buy cream eggs, and it's after Easter, obviously one thing that you can do, you're buying discount candy is, you're going to go to the back and you're going to look at the date on here. Now, what I want to tell you is this date, that to me means virtually nothing. I mean, that's like at best advisory. There's a lot of ways that you can tell whether or not a Cadbury cream egg is going to be fresh for you. Let me just show you some of the really simple ones, right? So, okay, so let's open up our package, and I think I'll just go right through. Open that up. Okay. Oh, that's a bad sign. That's a bad sign. Okay. So I opened this one up, and this one was actually stuck. There was a bit of glue for the packet. It looks like this was actually misconstructed. You can see that there's a great big dollop of glue there, and it stuck to the foil, so the egg came open. It's probably actually okay. It looks like the foil, it got out on a part where the foil was still intact. So that cream egg is still largely protected. I'm just going to set that one aside just in case, and then I'll look at that later. But what's really important here is because the foil has now been the foil has been disturbed a little bit. It's not closing up completely correctly. You can see that there's clearly part of that egg that is sticking out of the foil, so that's going to lose a lot of freshness. That's really bad. So this egg I'm going to have to make a quick decision on, but I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to take one of the other eggs. So that's related to the first thing that you want to look at when you look at these eggs. They usually come out of the factory pretty good, but you just want to give the egg a quick look over, and you're looking for any parts where the chocolate is coming through the foil. I don't see that. Okay, so then I'm going to open up the egg. I really like this. Again, I really like this packaging. I think the foil is fantastic. There's just a little bit of texturing on the egg itself, and then you can tell that this is a really nice egg because looking at the color, so it's just that nice lighter kind of milk chocolate. Remember that the Cadbury Cream Egg is not made out of a particularly dark chocolate, so it's not going to be super dark. And then when I look at something like the seam and I look at these edges and I look at all the texturing, as the Cadbury cream egg ages, then you can get a lot of texturing here. Sometimes the chocolate will it will become kind of like you'll see like a dust, and very often that dust will be white or gray, and that's a real sign that the chocolate is not fresh, and that's something that you definitely want to avoid. Another thing that I like to do to eat the Cadbury egg is I get cutting board, put the egg on top of there, and then you're just going to take your knife, okay? Be a little bit careful, and you're going to take the egg just like that, just in a couple of just with your fingers, and then steady it, and then take your knife, and you're just going to cut through, okay? They cut a little bit better or worse different times, but I really like to do this as kind of a presentation of the egg, because you can see how the egg is separating, okay? And you can see that, I mean, so I guess, you know, for those of you who aren't super familiar with the Cadbury egg, you can see that it's multicolored inside. There's actually some yellowish parts inside of the white yolk, and that is as it should be. If we look at the original packaging, the Cadbury egg, you can see they actually make it so that it should have a white yolk inside. And so it's a really great presentation, right? Super fun for kids and whatnot. So what I'm noticing here is that you can see that the Cadbury egg has some separation inside of it. So you can see that right here, there's some liquid in this egg. So that's a sign to me that this Cadbury egg was probably stored in a location that had a higher heat than it probably should have. That's part of what's leading to that separation. That's not going to be a super fantastic Cadbury egg to eat. I'm going to have to be completely honest, though. I've kind of boxed myself into a situation here where, yeah, these are the Cadbury eggs that I have, and I kind of eat things on this channel. Uh, I mean, it's not, you know, it's not rotten the way that a normal, you know, chicken egg is gonna get rotten. It just, you know, there's a little bit of separation. It's actually still gonna be edible in this format. Yeah, okay, so here we go. Okay, well, really not bad. Mm, mm. It's actually still very pleasant. Oh, it's just sweet on sweet on sweet. It is exactly, it's exactly what the package says it's going to be. Milk chocolate eggs with a soft fondant center. There is no part of that that I do not like. I mean, if you want something that has any kind of subtlety to it, if you want anything that has, you know, just like layers and layers of flavor, you don't want a Cadbury cream egg. But if you want something that is just sugar wrapped inside of a milk chocolate shell, and it's kind of fun to eat, this is just fantastic. The Cadbury egg is actually super good. Um, yeah, I like the thickness of the chocolate. It's just got like a little bit of resistance to it. A chocolate, actually, despite the signs that it may have been kept in a location that was maybe just slightly too hot, doesn't seem to have affected the chocolate. The chocolate seems actually a little bit more resilient than I would normally expect. That's actually something that I haven't noticed in the past. So I suppose you kind of learn something every day. That's actually quite that's actually quite good. So overall, I mean, I can't complain about these eggs. I'm probably gonna eat through the rest. Yeah, yeah, that's actually really enjoyable. So I would say Cadbury cream eggs are a Pretty good win, especially if you can get them on any kind of discount, which should be easy right now. Go ahead if there are any other snacks that you're thinking about, take a look at some of the other videos that I've been producing. If you like this kind of comment, please give me a like. Feel free to subscribe to this channel and leave a comment below with whatever kind of snack food you think I should try next. And I'll see you guys in the future, and let's find out what I'm eating.